In this lesson, we are going to study various sources of energy. Energy is the ability to do work. It is used to provide heat and drive machines. The earliest sources of energy were wood, wind, and water. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to identify sources of energy and state uses of various sources of energy. The exercise provided will help you remember what we learned in the previous lesson. Attempt the following exercise. From the list given, type the correct answer in the spaces provided. In this lesson, various sources of energy were used before and during the Industrial Revolution. These are wood, wind, water, coal, oil, and electricity. Attempt the following questions by ticking the correct answer from the choices given. Wood was the first source and was the most common source of energy. It came into use after human beings discovered the use of fire during the Middle Stone Age. Wood energy is used in various ways. Some of these are shown in the video provided. Click on the video below to view the various uses of wood energy. Wood energy is used in various ways. Wood is used for cooking food. It is also used for providing heat. It can also be used for lighting at night. Baking clay pots and other tools is another use of wood energy. It can also be used for smelting iron and hardening tools. Wood as a source of energy has various advantages. They include: wood is readily available, it is relatively cheap, and it is renewable. The disadvantages of wood energy include cutting down of trees, which leads to deforestation and desertification, is inefficient because it provides limited amount of energy, and it produces smoke, which pollutes the environment. The animation provided indicates that the forest is the catchment area of this river. The river volume reduces due to the constant cutting of trees. Wind is air that moves. It can be used to create energy when it comes into contact with objects. Wind energy was used to winnow and dry grains. It was also used to turn windmills and propel sailing boats and ships. Wind can be harnessed to produce electricity. It is one of the cheapest sources of energy because it is readily and freely available. Just like water as a source of energy, wind is air that moves. It can be used to create energy. Just like wood, wind has its own advantages and disadvantages. Its advantages are: it is readily and freely available, it does not pollute the environment, and it is a renewable source of energy. However, wind as a source of energy is unreliable because it depends on natural forces. Water as a source of energy has been in use for a long time. When water falls over a cliff or fall, it generates energy. This energy was harnessed to turn water wheels and later on turbines. Water as a source of energy is relatively cheap and does not pollute the environment. However, it is not reliable when the water levels drop due to drought. We have discussed the early sources of energy. Let us now turn our attention to modern sources of energy. Coal is an example of modern source of energy. It is a compact or dark brown carbonaceous rock. It is made up of decomposed vegetative material. There are 4 types of coal, namely peat, lignite, bituminous, and anthracite. Some of the uses of coal are to provide light, to heat water, and to drive locomotives. It is also used as a raw material in the chemical industry. Coal as a source of energy has its disadvantages, such as it is bulky and not found in all places. It is also costly when mining and transporting. Coal also pollutes the environment and is a non-renewable source of energy. Oil or petroleum is another source of energy. It is used for lighting in homes and public buildings. It was and is still used to power vehicles, ships, and machinery. Click on the movie to view the products of oil and their uses. Paraffin is used for lighting, while liquefied petroleum gas is used for cooking. Petrol, on the other hand, is used in powering locomotives, while tar, a product of oil, is used in road construction. Aviation oil is used for powering aeroplanes, and grease is used as a lubricant for industrial machinery. Oil has advantages and disadvantages. Some of the advantages are it has a wide variety of uses and it is cheaper to transport. It is also comparatively cheap. However, it has disadvantages such as it causes environmental pollution, for instance, in cases of oil spillage. Oil extraction is very expensive and it is a non-renewable source of energy. It is also highly inflammable. Electricity is power produced by electric dynamo. Initially, the dynamo used water, coal, oil, and steam to produce electricity. Today, electricity as a source of energy can be generated from geothermal, nuclear, and solar energy. Electricity is used for lighting, cooking and heating, powering machines and factories, sending signals, for example, telephones, radios, and television, and powering engines in transportation, for example, in electrical trains and cars. Electricity as a source of energy has the following advantages. It is a clean source of energy and is renewable. It is also convenient and efficient because it can be switched on and off. Electricity can be generated from many sources such as water, petrol, or atomic. Some disadvantages of electricity as a source of energy include it can be dangerous to property and human beings if not properly handled. It is also expensive in terms of generation and distribution. Installation and maintenance of electricity requires specialized personnel. The scientific revolution refers to a period in history when many discoveries were made. Early scientific development occurred in areas that were centers of early civilization, for example, Egypt, Greece, China, and India. The Egyptians were the earliest mathematicians, which enabled them to make the pyramids. The Chinese were great astronomers who invented the first magnetic compass. Indians invented the decimal system and also invented a cure for the snake bites. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to define the term scientific revolution, identify the scientific inventions in agriculture, industry, and medicine, and discuss the effects of scientific revolution in agriculture, industry, and medicine. The exercise provided will help you remember what we learned in the previous lesson. Attempt the following exercise. From the list of scientists provided, choose the correct names and fill in the space provided. There were several inventions made in the field of agriculture, industry, and medicine. Some of the inventions in agriculture include the art of crossbreeding animals, invented by Robert Bakewell, 1725 to 1795, invention of the seed drill that was invented by Jethro Tulls, 1720, that of mechanical thresher, Andrew Meikle, 1786, and reaper invented by Cyrus McCormick, 1837. Invention of agriculture had various effects which include increase in food production, unemployment due to increased use of farm machines, diversification of agriculture, degradation of soil due to constant use of chemicals and fertilizers, and incurable diseases due to consumption of chemically treated foods. Advances in science facilitated the development in industries. Some of the major inventions in the field of industry include invention of the electric dynamo to produce electricity by Michael Faraday, 1831, the invention of the flying shuttle by John Kay in 1733, used in spinning, and invention of the cotton gin by Eli Whitney in 1793, which was used to separate seeds from cotton. Some of the effects of scientific invention on industry include improvement of living standards, creation of employment, increased pollution of the environment, expansion of international trade, destructive weapons, which has led to destruction of property, increased use of machines has made living easier, led to suffering and loss of lives through the activities of terrorists, has led to improved transport and communication network, and emergence of super-industrial powers such as USA and Japan. Scientific inventions and discoveries in the field of medicine assisted in the improvement of health. Did you know that smallpox could be prevented by vaccination? This discovery was made by Edward Jenner between the year 1749 and 1823. This was when the first successful vaccination was made. Other inventions made in medicine were William Harvey, 1578 to 1657, discovered the circulation of blood with the heart as the pump. Edward Jenner, 1749 to 1823, discovered that smallpox could be prevented by vaccination, the first successful vaccination. Sir Ronald Rose, 1857 to 1932, discovered that the female Anopheles mosquito carried the parasites that transmitted malaria. in India. Alexander Fleming, 1843 to 1955, discovered that penicillin could cure a wide range of diseases caused by bacteria. Dr. Christian Barnard performed the first successful transplant in South Africa